Hello everyone, myself Gaurav Kumar. Today we will be discussing the topic power sharing for class 10th civics. At the end of the lesson, student will be able to define power sharing, understand the ethnic composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka, define majoritarianism, discuss the majoritarian policy adopted by Sri Lankan government, explain the reasons for the feeling of alienation among Sri Lankan Tamils, explain Belgian model of power sharing, and differentiate between Belgian and Sri Lankan model of power sharing. First of all, we should know that what is power sharing. Power sharing is a process by which a government shares its legislative power to some other authority or some other community, or you can say the social groups. For example, power is shared among the different organs of the government such as the legislature, executive and judiciary. They are also known as the organs of the government. Powers can be shared among governments at different levels. A general government for the entire country, that is a central government, and at the provincial or the regional government, that is central government, state government and local government. This is also known as the federalism or the vertical division of power. Third, we can say the power may also be shared among the different social groups such as the religious and linguistic groups. In Belgium, the example of this third model or third example of power sharing was community government. Then we have example of like power sharing arrangement can also be seen in the way of political parties, pressure groups, movement groups. They control or influence those in powers. India is one of the example where the different political parties share powers in the government. Now come for the case study. In this chapter there is a case study between the Belgium and Sri Lanka. They both were having a problem of very cultural and ethnic diversity. To solve this problem, both the government used different model of power sharing and the outcome of both the models was different. First, look at the geographical location of Belgium. Belgium is a country in Europe with the capital Brussels. Then we have Sri Lanka. It is as all of you know, that is a neighboring country of India, Sri Lanka there, and its capital is Colombo. Now come to the ethnic composition of Belgium, that is the cultural, you can say the diversity of the nation. The Dutch speaking people in Belgium was 59% of the total population, whereas the French speaking people was 40%. German speaking people were just 1%. It can be like it is negligible. The main conflict was between the French people and the Dutch speaking people. And in the capital, this was the division in the entire country, but in the capital Brussels, this was different. In Brussels, French was 80% and the Dutch speaking was 20%. We can say the French speaking people who were in the nation, they were around the 40%. In Brussels capital, they were around the 40%. So there's a conflict between the central government and the state government of the nation. So this was creating problem. Now come to the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, Sinhala speaking people was comprised of 74% of the total population, where the other community was the Tamils, which include Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. Both comprise 18% of the total population. There was main conflict between Sri Lankan Tamils and Sinhala speaking people. Geographical composition. Belgium, it is a small country in Europe, as we discussed in the previous slide, share its borders with the Netherlands, France, Germany and Luxembourg. Its capital is Brussels. Now talk about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, it is an island nation, a few kilometers off the southern coast of Tamil Nadu, as we just saw in the map. It has two capitals. One is Sri Jayawardhanapura Kutte, that is administrative capital, and another one is Colombo, that is commercial capital. The power sharing model adopted by Sri Lanka was majoritarianism. Now we should know what is majoritarianism. Majoritarianism is basically a belief in which it is believed that the majority community of the nation can rule the nation in whatever manner they want, and especially by disregarding the interest and demands of the minority. Sri Lankan government, under this majoritarian rule or majoritarian government, they adopted some policies. They adopted some policies which actually create a feeling of alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. What were these policies? We will discuss one by one. First was dominance of Sinhala community due to the majority. In 1956, the government made a change in the constitution and made Sinhala as the only official language, disregarding the Tamils. Then, the Sri Lankan government adopted preferential policies favoring Sinhalese speaking people in university position jobs. Means it was a kind of a reservation given to the people. This is a opposite concept in other countries or everywhere else. Basically, the people who are in minority, they got the benefit of reservation. But in Sri Lanka, the Sinhala people were in majority, and even after that, they were getting a kind of reservation or preferential policies in universities position and jobs. Another thing was that state make some changes in the constitution which actually start fostering the Buddhism. They were encouraging the Buddhism. This is against the concept of secularism, because as we know that in secularism, government does not promote any particular religion, whereas under the majoritarian process or the majoritarian rule, Sri Lankan government was favoring Buddhism. Its effect on Tamil people, as I discussed in the previous slide, because of this, the Tamil people start feeling isolated. They start feeling alienated. They thought that even the constitution was against them. None of the political parties ever considered their needs. So they try to form some liberation groups, organization and parties to fight for their rights. They actually launched political parties in struggle for recognizing the Tamil as an official language. It was their main demand. They demanded autonomy. They asked for the equal opportunity in education and job. Political organization was formed, demanding an independent separate state. The name was given Tamil Eelam in North and East Sri Lanka. These were the demands of Sri Lankan Tamils. But government did not approve, did not consider their demands, which lead to the violent conflict in Sri Lanka, and which led to the civil war. Now come to the Belgium. Sri Lanka used the majoritarian policies, whereas Belgium used the accommodation. The Belgian leaders recognized the existence of regional differences and cultural diversities. Between 1970 and 1993, they amended their constitution 4 times so as to work out an arrangement that would enable everyone to live together within the same country. They came up with a model of power sharing, which is known as the accommodation. The provisions or aspect features of that power sharing are as follows: that equal number of ministers from Dutch and French speaking areas in the central government. No single community can make decision unilaterally. They have to consent. They have to take consent from each other. Transfer of powers from center to the state, and state government will not be a subordinate to the center. Separate government in Brussels with equal representation for the French and the Dutch. There is another third kind of the government, that is community government, elected by the people belonging to one language community, Dutch, French and German, wherever they live. They has the power regarding culture, education and language related issues. Actually, this model of accommodation of power sharing in Belgium resolve all the conflict and lead the state to the development. So there was a difference. Belgium adopted accommodation, which was an arrangement, understanding, settlement, accord and a compromise among the people, whereas Sri Lanka adopted the majoritarian policies or majoritarian form of power sharing. Under this, the majority community rule in whichever manner they want. The main difference is in Belgium, the conflict were resolved because of the power sharing model, whereas in Sri Lanka, conflict does not resolve. So in Sri Lanka, this model of power sharing and this majoritarian policy led Sri Lanka to the civil war. Now some questions for assignment. Thank you.